Hey, welcome to Old Ass Movie Reviews, episode something something. I'm Scott, that's Dave, and today we are jumping out of our old ass realm. Not us, but out of the old ass movie realm. Unfortunately, we're stuck where we're at. But we are going to do a found footage film called Troll Hunter. I forget the year, 2010, is it?
I think so.
I think it's sometime in the 2000s. It's a Norwegian found footage film. And it's we've got a lot to talk about on that. And before though, you had told me you finally finished Zack Snyders Justice League. I still have not made it through.
Oh, you haven't? Oh,
no, but spoil away. Let's hear. What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm not a huge Zack Snyder fan, but hold on. Thank you.
Where's mine?
Coffee. The wife brought me my cup of coffee.
That's awesome.
She's a good woman.
You should marry her.
I should. One day
you should make it permanent, man.
She'll make an honest man of me one day.
Yeah, one day.
And everybody, pardon the voice. It's the COVID. No, it's not. It's not really COVID. It's just allergies. I got so much pollen in my head and chest and throat.
Florida. But yes.
God bless Florida.
My cars are yellow.
Light green.
Yeah.
A little sheen of light green pollen all over everything in this state right now. What were we talking about? Zack Snyder's
Jack Snyder, his third cousin.
Zack Snyder's Justice League, his younger brother. I'm not a huge Zack Snyder fan. I mean, I saw the movie. I liked the movie. I had to do it in increments of like half hour, 45-minute shots because I didn't see me sitting down in front of a 4-hour movie. And if it was blowing sailors for spare change, trying to sit all the way through it, you know. But I watched it in increments, like almost to the point to where the next chapter started because they break it up into chapters.
Right.
And I liked it. I never saw the first Justice League, the crappy one with Joss Whedon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm supposing it's the crappy one with Joss Whedon because it was Joss Whedon, and I'm not a huge fan. I know he has done good things.
I think those days have passed.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's all long gone. But I understand why people wanted to see this version of it because everybody that talked about the other version, and the reason I didn't want to see it was it looked very hokey.
Mm-hmm.
With Aquaman, surfing on Batman's car going, ooh, whatever.
Yeah. It was
that's taken out of this movie. Like I was waiting for, I was like, oh my God, this is gonna, and he doesn't do it. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, he's on Batman's car, but he says something to Batman like, you're freaking insane.
He's not. Hang 10, dude.
No, he's not doing that shit.
So we don't get a Snake Plissken, Peter Fonda moment of surfing the LA River.
I didn't think so at all.
Okay, good.
I enjoyed the movie. I'll be honest with you. I enjoyed the movie, and I may, I'm working out tonight. Like after we do this, I'm going to go do some cardio and do my heavy lifting, breathing, dying.
Right.
Too old to be doing this nonsense workout. But tomorrow I'm gonna take a day off from working out, and I think I might just sit down and watch the damn thing from beginning to end before the old lady gets home from work.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the movie. It did and I don't want to spoil it for anybody because I know there's people out there kind of picking and wondering if they want to see it. This movie did exactly what it was supposed to do, which was make me want to fucking see the next one. Like what he did with this one, I was like, you still don't have Superman right. Oh, it's driving me nuts. Aquaman. I'd rather see the blonde-haired, blue-eyed Aquaman because that's what I grew up with, okay?
Right.
He's supposed to be in the orange outfit and the fucking green tights. Whatever. I'll accept this guy because he's kind of cool, badass-looking guy. I like him.
Jason Momoa is pretty
I like Jason Momoa, so I'm not going to whine about it. If they would have put The Rock in there, I would have been like, yeah, okay, I dig him.
Honestly, I think you can put Dwayne Johnson in anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean,
He'll have the look.
yep, the people's
At one
eyebrow.
point. The kid that was playing the Flash, I don't know why they didn't bring the Flash from the series over. There had to be
Yeah.
a contractual or
They
somebody in home office
DC
making
has
a tough
tended
decision.
to do that. They
It's
tend to
just
keep their
dumb. I don't know why they didn't.
yeah. I don't know why they do
But
it. They
anyway,
keep. I'm sorry.
no, go
We must
ahead.
have a
Go ahead.
lag. It's no.
Yeah.
I don't know why DC does that with their TV shows with the Flash and Supergirl and Superman and everything. They split them and keep them separate. I like Ezra Miller as this Flash. But I also like, and I can't think of the actor's name, the one who plays Barry Allen on the CW.
Right.
I think he does pretty good. But this guy is a little more smartass and a lot less whiny. So
I like
you
this
know,
kid playing Flash. Is what it boils down to.
yeah,
I thought he pulled off Flash
yeah.
really well.
And the
The
hot
only
dog.
thing that and the hot dog. I thought it was very sweet. I know some people were like going, "Oh, that's creepy." Whenever the girl's in the car accident and he busts out to go save her,
Yeah,
everybody's like, "Oh, that's creepy. He's touching her hair." And I think it was just he's so shy that was the only time he was going to be able to look directly at her without freaking out. And he saves her. He sets her down, and she literally sees him for a moment, for
yeah,
just a millisecond. Like everything goes back into speed, and she's just looking at him like, how the hell did you get here? And then boom, he just disappears because he
yeah,
moves so fast. She blinks her eyes and he's gone. So she's sitting there wondering like, what the hell just happened?
yeah.
The kid played it. I liked how he played it.
It wasn't a creepy scene to me at
Bad.
all.
No, it wasn't to me either. But I
Mm.
think there was people like
Yeah,
going, oh, that's sexist and that's this and that's toxic masculinity. No, toxic
really?
masculinity is a
He
little
say he would have let that bitch die.
yeah, yeah. Toxic masculinity is the little pussy boyfriend you're dating that can't fight. All right. Uh, it's going to let you get beat up. But anyway, back to
Yeah,
the
that's.
show. I like Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman.
Hmm.
Uh, the only thing that annoyed me there was, and I don't know if it would have annoyed me had I not seen Pitch Meeting with Ryan George, I think is the
Hmm.
guy's name. He's got a YouTube channel, and it's called Pitch Meeting, and he does a show where he's the guy pitching the Justice League,
Oh,
Zack Snyder, and he talks about the song, and they're like, "Oh, the song always comes in." He's like, "Oh, so that's just gonna be one little beat." He goes, "No, you're always gonna hear the song." You're like, "Wait, it's not gonna change up?" No, always going to be the same song. And it was
she has her
always the
band.
same goddamn song. And it was just so funny. Like, had I not seen that, it probably would not have affected me. I wouldn't have thought of it. But every time she comes on, it's the love
Yeah.
of the angel type singing, and she's
Hmm.
just they're looking all,
It's comic book, man. It's
yeah, it
good.
was good. It was really good. And I'm not a big Cyborg fan. I think I honestly and the guy who played Cyborg played a good character. He
Hmm.
did it well. He did
Yeah.
really did a good character. I like the story arc. Cyborg is just not my favorite character. I
Yeah.
think they could have got in Mr. Terrific. Would have been great.
Hmm.
They could have had him playing Martian Manhunter. Would have been great.
Yeah.
There's so many.
What'd you think of that nice little surprise?
That was a nice little surprise. I dug that. Like when she's
Yeah.
coming out of the room and her eyes
Yeah.
glow, and it's like,
It's like,
oh
oh
shit.
shit.
Yeah, I kind of guessed who it was as soon as I saw the eye
Hmm.
glow, and I go, oh, okay, this is where we're going now. I wish there would have been more of him,
Yeah.
but he looked like they were setting him up for the next movie. In the comic books, if I'm not mistaken, Martian Manhunter's like on par with Superman and Wonder Woman. Like
Yeah.
he's
They
like
did
that
that
strong.
in on the Supergirl show. Yeah, he was right
Yeah,
there
he's
with
supposed to
him.
be
He's not somebody you
straight
would
up.
fuck with.
No, like Superman would have a hard time putting him down,
Yeah.
unless of course he lit a match. Here you go, lit a match. But yeah, it did exactly what it was supposed to do. I mean, Darkseid looked like fucking Darkseid, man.
Mhm.
That's he's always been one of my favorite comic book villains, and to see Darkseid there was really I enjoyed it. And Granny Goodness standing behind him, I was like, oh shit, they're gonna bring in the chicks, the female
The femme fatale.
Furies, I think.
Yeah.
Those, oh boy, forget about it. I was like, yeah, okay, I would go
All
see
right.
that movie. You've got me. Okay, Zach, you got me. So now, after all is said and done, I think I'm a big Zack Snyder fan now.
Cool.
You know,
Cool. Well,
not huge. I'm not like, whoa, praise Zack Snyder, but he did a good job on this, man. You cannot take this away from him. There's a scene between Batman and the Joker, and it's like,
yeah, I was going to ask you about that. How was Jared Leto? Is that
he was good.
okay?
In that particular scene, if that's how he starts playing the Joker, if they bring him back for another Joker role, that's how he's got to play the Joker.
Yeah.
He can't play the
Okay.
Joker as the guy with the golden grill and the slick black hair. And no, he played this guy. Yeah, it was good. It was
Oh,
good.
very cool.
It
Very
just
cool.
makes you wonder where he wanted to go with this movie, because it
Yeah.
looks like he was going to go to a dark place, or make you think he was going to hit that universe and then tangent off at the last second. Because it
Well,
looked like Kingdom Come. Looked like they were trying to go into a little bit of the Kingdom Come storyline.
if I'm not mistaken, I think they are going to explore the dark, some sort of dark universe. I think they've got J.J. Abrams doing something with DC and a dark series. Yeah. Yeah.
He just doesn't need to touch any DC shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not with the Natasha Nahala, whatever the fuck that guy's name is. Get that guy out.
That's right. That's right.
Man, screw that guy. And for J.J. Abrams to go, yes, this is the guy I want, then you obviously
what is he
don't
writing
know
now?
shit.
What is the movie? What's he writing?
He wanted to write Superman.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. And you sent me
That's the
down a
guy
hell of
that
a
they
rabbit
got.
hole reading about this guy.
Yeah, this guy's a piece of shit. But that's my humble opinion. I don't
Yeah.
like that guy. I don't like his opinions. I think he's a horrible person.
There you go.
J.J. Abrams, if you're going to be working with that guy, then you don't need to be doing Superman.
Yeah.
That's all there is to
Yeah.
it.
It kind of flies in the face of what Superman is.
Go
So
get
how can somebody who's like the polar opposite write Superman?
Exactly. Somebody who hates the whole thought of Superman.
Superman's a fucking Boy Scout.
Exactly. See that, and that's what kills me about Zack Snyder's version of Superman is like in one of the movies he has him kill Zod, and it's like he's not going to do that.
Yeah.
Batman, I could see Batman killing Zod. I could,
Oh yeah.
I know like a lot of writers don't like writing Superman or Batman killing people, but I was like, no, Batman comes push to shove and he doesn't see a way around it. I think he'd kill somebody. I think he would have killed the Joker many years ago.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I honestly think Batman, the old Batman, would have killed the Joker and just left him, like
Well, that's
as a warning to everybody else.
one of the things when the CW did his big multiverse crossover, and they had Kevin Conroy as Batman in another universe. He
Right.
was hated. He was evil. He was angry. And in that particular universe, he killed everybody. He did
Right.
not stop. He was seen as this mass murderer. But
Right.
and it was cool to see that. And
well, look who he's killing. I mean, it's not
Well,
like
yeah.
he's killing crop. I mean,
Well, exactly. That's why I can always get behind the Punisher. They need to kill him.
yeah, I always thought Punisher. I always thought the Punisher was a good character.
Yeah.
Punisher never killed anybody that didn't deserve it, man.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of strikes against you before the Punisher took notice.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he's hunting you,
You done fucked up.
you better hope John Wick gets to you first.
All right. So Justice League. Yes, I will have to go back and finish it. I've been just busy with some other shit. But I picked today's movie because it's one of my personal favorites. I'm not a huge found footage film fan, but when I watched this many years ago, I thought, man, this was actually really freaking good.
Right.
It's funny. And it really, some of the stuff that they came up with seemed like it was on the fly. Like the power lines were an electric fence to keep the trolls in, or there's a tire there and they haven't chewed on the rocks or anything. It's like It sounded like Donnie Jones and Skeeter hunting for the white banshee.
I know, right?
And that's what I thought. It's like
There was a couple of points where like I saw that, like it's definitely in the cave trolls when they're all in the cave
Yes.
and they're trying to hide, and they all these big trolls just sit down right in front of these people, and they're like hiding from them because they'll be eaten and killed. So they're in this little like cubby hole in their cave, and these trolls are really big, and they sit down and their butts are facing right at them, and you know what's gonna happen. You see it coming, and all of a sudden you start hearing, and you see the troll wafting of their farts just, and oh my god, and you just know it's horrible. You just know that's gotta be the worst smell
And they're in
in the
that hole just
universe.
gagging. And it's just, oh my
And one
God.
guy's like putting troll smell on him.
Well, that was it.
Oh
You know, it was the cameraman, like an idiot. Okay, let's back this up a little bit. For those who
yeah,
haven't seen
that's
it,
almost at the end at that point.
yeah, we are going to spoil this movie. There's no way around it. It is
Yeah,
a fun watch, full of some. It had some really cool surprises and some great humor. It's
yeah.
twisted. It's funny.
Norwegians have a good sense of humor.
Yeah, yeah. So it was,
Good death metal.
yeah. If you're into that, if
Sometimes
you're
when
into
I'm feeling
it, yeah. I go out into the woods and I paint my face white.
when my
Uh,
soul is feeling dark.
as I wait to join Odin and Valhalla.
That's
Okay,
right.
but anyway,
Everybody's like, "What the hell are these guys talking
okay.
about?"
This is a Norwegian film, so if you're going to watch this, you are going to read it. Tough shit. Get over it. It's worth it.
It has subtitles.
Yeah, it has subtitles. So it's easy. There's not you're not going to miss much even if you don't read it, but it's worth reading to see what's going on. And this is involving some film students or some communication students who appear at the beginning to be searching for some bear poachers, somebody who's poaching
Yeah.
bears. Because there's apparently not a lot of bears in Norway, so it's a big deal if a bear gets poached.
And it's a big deal to get a license, I guess, to hunt them. At least in this
Yeah,
movie, it's like a
yeah,
big deal. There.
yeah. It must be. So they go out looking for this bear poacher, and what they find is actually a person who hunts trolls. Yes, big
That's
mountain
good.
trolls. And it's pretty funny when they finally see trolls and believe him. And this guy works for the government from the
Yeah,
Troll
that's what
Bureau or whatever it was. And it's like, oh my God, he
Troll
even,
Security Bureau or
yeah,
Troll Security
yeah, the troll security. He even
Science.
had to fill out forms of where he shot them or whatever. So they have
That's
conservation on the trolls.
that's what I thought was so funny is after the first troll kill, they pull into this diner type place along the highway, and he's pulling out these forms and he starts filling out the forms, and the kids are like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Oh, there's paperwork," and they're like, "Paperwork?" He's like, "Yeah, every time I kill a troll, I gotta say where I killed it, how I killed it,
Yeah,
what breed it was, about how old it was," and he's like, and he holds up the form, and it's all in Nordic, so I have no idea what it
yeah,
says, but it's like a typical, you know,
yeah. A
bureaucratic
TPS.
BS. And they're like, "Well, how many of you are there?" He's like, "Just me."
Yeah,
It's like,
just
what?
him. He's got a
Just me.
backstory though. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, his
He's special.
backstory got really dark.
Yeah. This is a Naval Special Forces sailor who was recruited after his service to hunt trolls. And one of his early missions was to exterminate a whole bunch of trolls. And he goes down a dark path with that, killing pregnant
Yeah.
ones, children, everything. And I love this guy. This guy is great.
Yeah.
So
He got dark, and you saw a lot of his background whenever he tells that little story.
yeah.
And I'm guessing this was not scripted. I'm thinking 90% of this was probably um, make it up as you go along.
I think there was some serious improv in here, and that's good
Think
because it worked. It
yeah.
worked. They were the people they got were perfect for it. And if there wasn't a script, my God, they just winged it, and it was fucking awesome.
I like the one line because if it was all on the fly, when he asks him none of you are Christian, right? And they're all
Yeah.
like, no, I'm not Christian. I don't believe in God. Well, no, we don't believe in God. And they're like, you believe in God? I don't believe in God. And he's like, good, because they smell Christians. They can smell Christian blood. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so going to use that in a story. If I
Yeah.
ever write an evil troll, I have to have that in a story because that's just a great bit of like, where did that come from? I've
I
never
know it
heard that
was,
before.
because I was thinking of what is it? Is it Jack and the Beanstalk where the giant says something a
Fee,
fee
fi,
fi?
fo, fum.
I
I
smell the
smell the
blood of it.
blood of an
Yeah,
So
okay,
he
that was
smells
it.
the
Yeah.
blood of the Englishman. So is
Oh,
that
okay.
because he's Christian? I don't know. I've never
I don't
read the
know.
entire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I thought that was interesting that they threw that in there. And there's a scene where he uses a. Nobody asked this man where he got a bucket of Christian man's blood. A fucking bucket of some man's blood. Nobody asked.
Well, I like when he says he's like putting the blood down on the bridge so the troll will come up and start. And you're like, well, what's that? It's a bucket of some Christian man's blood. And all the
It's a
kids
matter of
just kind of
fact.
look at each other like, what the? Like, where the? None of them's asked, but you see it in their face. Like, where the hell did he get a bucket of
Yeah,
blood from?
he got a bucket of blood. And this is one of the funniest parts in the movie, I think, is he's decked out in armor because he's been instructed by the government to get a blood sample. And he has this
Yeah.
giant fucking syringe. And that troll reaches up and just grabs him and slams him like Hulk slamming Loki all
Oh my
over
God.
the
And then he bites him.
face.
Then he tries to eat him.
Yeah, then
He
tries to
like takes
eat
him
him.
up
And I
and
thought
just
he was
throws him to
dead.
the ground. I was dying when I saw that, and I was like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" They all run up to him. Are you okay? And he just lays there like he's all crumpled up for me. He's like, "Ah." They're like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Oh, I hate this job." He's like, "I hate this."
uh, yeah. So the
That's good.
the students are all in at this point. They're like, "Holy fuck,
Oh yeah.
we've seen some trolls. We've got a couple. We see they turn to stone if they're hit with ultraviolet light, or they could explode, which happens to this one, and they're covered in troll activity."
Evidently, trolls can explode too.
So they end up having to take the blood sample. There's a veterinarian who handles trolls.
Right.
Yeah. So there was
Yeah, and there's a
obviously,
backstory between those two.
yes, there was. It's never explored,
The
but
troll
it's
hunter.
there.
Yeah, it's
So
there.
they
It was a
put
nice
that in
bit of
there.
an interaction
Yeah. Yeah, that was
between the
cool.
troll hunter and the veterinarian. That was very nice.
Yes.
And she tells him
Yeah.
a little bit of what trolls do and how they work and where they go and
Yeah.
stuff. It's pretty good. You find
And
out there's a
it
lot of different types of trolls, which I thought was
yeah.
really cool.
And because of the veterinarian, they learn why the trolls have left their grounds, why the trolls have ventured off. This movie could well they lose their cameraman because guess what? He turned out to be Christian.
Yeah.
So so I thought it was pretty funny when
What
they're at a
is
train
what is
station.
wrong with you? I'm a Christian, and they all
Yeah.
just look at him like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
You think he would have said that after seeing the first three-headed troll come out of the fucking woods?
Thank you. That's exactly what I said to the cat. I said you would think after the first troll he would have went like, I'm Christian. I gotta get the hell out of
So
here.
fuck that.
Look,
Because
I'm
they were
gone.
yeah. But they go to a train station to get their new camera person,
Oh,
and
that
it's a
poor,
woman, a Muslim woman, and he's like, "Are you
that
Christian? Do you
poor
believe in
girl.
God, Jesus?" And she's like, "No, I'm
She's like,
Muslim.
she's like,
Is that
no, I'm
okay?"
Muslim. Well,
And he's
then
like,
the cat looks at me and goes,
"We'll
she's
find out."
Muslim. Is that you think that'll be okay? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
They
I was
found
like,
out
"Whoa."
that damn troll smelled her
Yeah.
because she still had belief. It was just in a different.
Yeah, as it was still the belief in God. So,
Troll didn't care. Troll's like, God, my God, nah.
which
And
is very
I think that troll
interesting.
was chasing her because she was in the vehicle with him. It's like, go faster.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about what I find about most uh, hidden or found footage movies is like the Blair Witch. I saw part of that. I couldn't finish it.
Not
I
a
turned it
fan.
off. I
Not a
don't know
fan.
that I ever finished that movie. Uh, uninteresting.
The payoff on Blair Witch, I will say, is good. I don't think it's worth the investment to get to the end, but I was
Right.
very surprised with how it ended, and it really hit me. But it's like, man, that was a struggle. I am not a fan of Blair Witch.
Yeah,
I'm impressed for what it did because they started a whole new genre. They hardly had any money, and man, that movie has made some money.
they
So
made
that
it.
being
They
said,
made that.
yeah,
Well, I was gonna say it seems like most found footage stuff don't have any type of any special effect at all.
yeah, this one
Like
did.
there's shit in the background that maybe a shadow moves and you're like, oh, look at that. But in this one, they're looking at the woods because the guy says, "You stay here. I'll flush him out. You'll get your shot, your film, and you guys can go do whatever you want to do." Well, he flushes out a troll towards them, and at first they're like, "What the hell? He's probably filming us,
Yeah,
looking like a
yeah, they
bunch of
thought he was
idiots."
joking with them. Yeah,
He's probably screwing with. And then you see a couple of trees move, and I'm like sitting there thinking, okay, now they're just gonna do like a passing, like barely see this troll. Nope, full-fledged three-headed troll comes walking out of the freaking trees, man. That sucker had to be 30 feet tall. And I was like, oh shit, they're actually showing the troll, and they were
yeah,
really good about it. Like, they were good about showing you what you were hunting.
yeah,
And I really like that, especially when he turns on the green light, the night light in the woods. And the one guy, the troll hunter, walks up to the cameraman and is like, shh. And he points, and you turn around and you just see this tree. And then all of a sudden, the tree starts moving, and it's the troll's legs. The thing's
yeah.
walking. It's like,
It was
holy
well done.
shit. The kid was like 10 feet away from him.
Yeah, very well done.
Yeah.
Effects on this. This is a kaiju movie. Yeah, so it's
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
it is.
and
Absolutely.
it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Now those are big trolls, but by the time we get to the end, they are facing a 200-foot troll, which
Oh,
that
that thing was
was.
huge.
Oh man, that was awesome. That was an awesome scene to see the troll hunter setting on his Land Rover with that
Yeah,
ultraviolet light being this little tiny thing and this giant troll. And
yeah.
it's like, oh fuck,
There's no way
oh
in hell
man,
I would have been like, man, I do not get paid enough for this shit. Rabies or no
oh
rabies, I'm out of here. And it turns
yeah,
out the reason the trolls are leaving their land is because they had
they have
rabies. There was
rabies.
like a rabies
Yep,
outbreak among the trolls. So the ones that had rabies were leaving and just
yep,
wreaking havoc
yep.
throughout the countryside. And it's pretty cool. I mean that, like I said, I'm not a big fan of found footage. Scott's not a big fan of found footage, but
Nope.
this movie worked, and it worked because you actually see what they're hunting,
Yeah,
what they're trying to shoot. Like it's pretty cool, and you sit there and think, wow, man, this is that so inexpensive to shoot this thing.
hmm
The most expensive thing on it was probably putting in the troll
yeah,
shots for
yeah.
sure.
They went
Uh,
all out.
they did a good job. Whoever did this, Magnet, I think was what they were called,
Yeah.
Magnet Productions. Or something. I've never heard of them.
Oh,
Might
I've seen
just
him on
be
a lot of video. I think that's the just
yeah.
the distributor. I think it's a
Oh,
distributor.
okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure who
Yeah,
did the special effects,
who
but
put this together did a good job.
they did a
I think
great
they did a
job, and that's where the budget went. And that's just it. You're right. A lot of found footage movies are very cheap. You and I can go do one right now, real easy. Now let's pass the camera back and
yeah.
forth.
We have.
We have, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's very easy to do, and we really showed nothing. This one takes it a step further, and you don't you stop you stop feeling like you're watching a found. Fuck, I've had too many
Yeah.
beers already. It's no longer like a found footage film. It's like you're watching a film, and it's cool.
Go home, Scott. You're drunk.
I am home. I
Oh
am
wait,
home.
you are home.
I'm gonna stay right here on my porch and have me another. But anyway, damn, can't English this afternoon. It's been a hell of a day. But
Yeah.
I watched this, like I said, years ago, and I just laughed and thought, man, this is really cool. I know Dave's going to like this. And when I watched it this time with our critiquing eye or
Uh,
as reviewers, I enjoyed it even more. And it's like, wow, look at
yeah.
what they're pulling off here. This is really cool. And I'm good with watching foreign films that I have to read. However,
Mhm.
I've got to be in the mood to read a movie.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
And this is one that I highly recommend, and just go for it. It's
That was the only reason when you told me about Troll Hunter, and I had it was actually in my queue. I forgot.
oh shit.
I started watching it one time. I got maybe less than 5 minutes in.
You're like, oh shit, I gotta read it.
And I was like, ah, crap, I don't feel like reading a movie today. And I never never went back to it. But then when you brought it up, I was like, oh yeah, I know that movie. And I was, I gotta read a movie. Turned it on, started watching it, started reading it, and after a while, you just forget you're reading it. Yeah. Believe it or not. The they're trying to pass off the early in the movie. They're trying to pass off the attacks of the people getting killed on a bear.
on a bear who was not indigenous to Norway.
Yeah, not indigenous to Norway at all. There's a Russian bear, and they're trying to make up some bullshit story about how this bear probably tracked across the glacier, all the way from Mother Russia all down to here.
Did you catch that they just couldn't resist making a Polish joke?
Which one, about the painter?
Yeah, it was Polish painters. And they brought him the bear from the zoo, and it wasn't even the right type of bear. I was like, oh, God. They really did make a Polish joke.
I like how the guy's like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's okay. The guy's like, it's not okay. It's not even indigenous to this area. It's okay. You'll think of something. Bye.
Yeah, bye. And then he says, oh, his sign says Polish painter. So I was like, God damn.
Polish painters.
Oh, yeah. But those guys were funny. They were hauling that fucking dead bear everywhere. And the head of the conservation department, whatever, had little bear feet that he put on his shoes. And at one point, he fucks it up. And he puts the left and the right on. And one of the guys doing the documentary calls him out on it and said, do bears walk like this? What is it?
The bears walk cross-legged like that? The guy's just giving him the evilest look. Because he knows who the kids are. The kids have already met him. They're just wanting to kill him.
Yeah. Which brings us to the end of the movie. You mentioned Finn, who was the head of the Bureau, wanting to kill the kids. We don't know what happens at the end of this movie. This movie does drop off just boom, with Finn closing in on the kids, trying to get the camera, and the kids are running. And later the footage is found, and that's it. So you
see the big tractor trailer coming down at that girl, but she's not directly in front of that tractor trailer.
No.
So
we don't know what happened.
Truck slowed down and she jumped in and took off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know what happened to the kids. You don't know if they got away or not, because the footage is found by someone.
Yeah.
And I like the ending whenever they're like, well, the Prime Minister of Norway.
That was great, wasn't it?
They're talking, and then
we love electricity.
The main bad guy, Finn, is sitting next to the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister's talking about, we know people don't like the power lines, blah, blah, blah. Then the camera starts to pan over to one of the characters in the show, and you hear the Norwegian Prime Minister says, yeah, but we have trolls, so we have to have the power lines. And the guy's eyes get real big, and he looks over at the Prime Minister like, shut up. Shut up!
What was cool about that looked like that could have been an actual press conference with the Prime Minister of Norway.
Right.
And so I wonder if at some point the Prime Minister actually made a troll joke. Yeah,
right.
Because I don't know if that really was the Prime Minister. I didn't do any research, but it felt real, and it was cool.
I mean, hell, Norway's only got 10,000 people in it, so they probably went up to him and said, hey, man, you want to be in our movie? He's like, yes, I will be in your movie. Yeah. But first I'm going to cook. That's
the Swedish chef.
It's all the fucking same.
They're neighbors.
They're not a world power. I'm not worried about them.
Fair enough. They might serve you fermented fish, so watch out.
Ooh, or that shark. Is that the same? Is that the country that has the rotten shark that they feed the tourists?
It's a fish. It's a fish that comes in a can. I forget the name of it, but it. Oh my God! There's videos on YouTube, and I forget what. Look up fermented fish on YouTube, and it is so freaking funny to watch these people try and eat this Scandinavian fish in a can.
There was a show. I forgot what movie or what television series it was, but it's a guy who goes around and eats stuff, like just one of those
Yeah,
guys who goes
yeah.
around and eats stuff. And it was, I think it was a shark or a fish or something that they have in a smokehouse, but it's not smoked. It's just rotting.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just rotting. So the waitress said, "Well, you need this." 24-hour man, I think is what it was, where he's in Norway or in Iceland or
Oh my
Greenland.
God.
We're gonna give you this stuff to eat, but you got to have this liquor. You have to drink this liquor, or you'll never be able to swallow it. And so the one girl bravely, takes a bite, and she's like, "Oh," she looks like she's gonna throw up. So she takes a shot of liquor. Says, "Oh well, the liquor makes everything better. I can still taste the fish." So, and the girl asks the waitress, "Well, is this something you eat a lot?" Because the girl goes, "I would never eat that."
Yeah,
He's like, I would never eat that.
I saw Gordon Ramsay did one of his shows, and he was in Norway, and they pull out this 5-gallon paint bucket, crack it open, and he almost throws up. And then they're
Oh
like,
yeah.
it's been here all year, and hands him a piece, and it's like, oh God,
I'd be like, no.
why?
You know what? I may come off as the ugly American if I'm in somebody's country and they hand me something that stinks to hell, and I'm just gonna tell them no, no.
No,
Why not? Because it's not a cheeseburger. That's why. You can give me a
no,
cheeseburger. I'll eat it.
dude, that's my ancestry. I ain't eating it.
Yeah, I know. You give me a if I go to Czechoslovakia and they give me a cabbage roll, I'll eat it.
Yeah,
You give me some
I'll eat a
baklava,
cabbage roll.
I'll eat it.
Yeah,
You're not giving me some rotten fish.
fuck no.
No, I ain't eating that.
No. So,
But,
final thoughts on Troll Hunter.
I liked it. I liked Troll Hunter. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was going to.
I'm glad.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you pointed this one out to me. But we need to find a really bad movie.
That's on you.
Fuck, I can do it.
I can find one if you want. You can do it.
No, I'll do it. I like trying to find bad movies because usually when I find a bad movie, it turns out to be an okay movie. It's like,
Yeah, so please do it again. Let's have another Devil Girl from Mars.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that I look for. I'm like you. Oh, this has got to be a horrible one. Nope, that's actually not happening.
That's actually really good.
Not all horrible.
Yeah,
But,
we don't just review horrible movies. We do check out some good ones.
I just like to review horrible movies. They're fun. I can't help it. But yeah, this was a good movie. It's not a make you think type movie.
No.
But it was a good movie. It was like because you could actually see somebody doing that in Norway. Like, oh, nobody knows they have trolls. Why don't you know you have trolls? Because who the hell lives up here?
Well, yeah, that's just it. You have so many mountains.
Nobody in Norway.
Yeah. There's so much vast land that's shit. I wonder how much is unexplored. It's just like it's there.
I mean, some of the shots they did as they were panning were just beautiful. I mean,
oh
it was
yeah,
just a
gorgeous.
Land. But you could absolutely understand why something like that could walk around very freely and not ever be found, man.
Yeah.
Shit, there might really be. Those might have been real trolls. Who the hell knows?
I don't know. Could have been.
At this point, shit, who knows?
Yeah.
It's like the Bigfoot movies, Everybody's like, "Oh, Bigfoot doesn't exist." Have you ever seen the state of Maine? It's all forest. Nobody lives there.
Yeah.
Whatever. Let them wander around. Leave them alone.
I will say this, and a shout out to my dad, Mark. He fully believes that he has stumbled across campsites of Sasquatch. I'm not doubting it. I've seen northern Wisconsin. It's nothing but woods. It's crazy. So maybe one day I will have to go out there with the camera and he can show me where it's at. So yeah, you never know. You never know. I agree with Dave. This is a fun movie. This is a watch. This is definitely a watch. I'm not gonna say it's a must watch. Nothing's a must watch, but
no, it's not a must watch for me. But it is fun. It is
a fun one. Yeah, it's a good one. I think if you take the time to watch it, you'll enjoy it. It is a comedy.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
I don't know if it's a comedy, but it's got some really good humor in it.
Yeah, it wasn't made as a comedy, but I laughed my ass off.
There's a couple of really, really
Yeah,
funny moments in there. Like when he,
there really is.
I mean, I
And you
feel
got
bad for the
troll.
guy when he says, "I'm a Christian," and he gets eaten by the trolls. But it's like, dude, you had to have seen that coming from a
Yeah, you
mile
did.
away.
He's like
Why
rubbing
did
that
you?
troll grease all over him. It's like,
Why would you go? I would have been like, no, I'm a Christian. I'm
yeah,
done. I see the
yeah.
three-headed
After
troll.
seeing
I'm
that,
good.
it's real.
I'm gonna go back home now. I don't need to be out here.
So it's definitely. I do recommend watching it.
Yeah.
Just to see a good found footage movie. If you watch found footage films and you found them lacking,
Yeah.
this one will restore your faith in the genre
You'll
because it
see
shows you how it can do it.
Yeah, you'll see what a found footage movie could be
Yes,
if you take time and put a little bit more effort into it. Because
yes,
they can be evidently now I'm like, oh, they can be fun.
yeah,
They can be funny. They can be kind of serious. You can be whatever you want, but you have to put the effort into them.
yes, yes. It's an interesting genre of film that it's either hit or miss right now, and this is definitely a hit.
Right. Right. Yeah, I would
So
definitely say
yeah, so next week Dave will struggle and scour the interwebs to find us something shitty to watch.
I
So
should have found something already. I should have known that it's my turn. I wasn't even thinking.
it's all
But
good.
yeah, I'm gonna try and find something
Yeah, something
badly
bad.
good or goodly bad or something that's
Just
scary.
yeah, yeah. So we have at the moment we are not doing any themed months. We're just all over the place, trying to go for good, bad, whatever, and see what we have. If you have suggestions, you can hit us up at OAM or oamoviereviews at gmail.com. We're on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, SA Warner 13. We have podcast on every podcast platform as OAMR. So hit us up, give us a review, hit the like button. We do this because we love it, but I'd love more people to hear us. So
Right. Yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you see something that you like, let your friends know. Share it.
yeah, let your friends know.
I know I laugh a lot, and I probably get on a lot of people's nerves because I'm laughing and I talk so much. Honest to God, folks, I don't talk this much. When I talk to Scott about movies, that's the most I talk, really.
It's only when you
Unless
get
I'm
all.
bitching.
It's only when you
Yeah,
get all
it's
woke.
and when I get all woke, it's when I start bitching about something is when I really start talking.
Yeah, yeah, that never happens. We don't rant on this show, but no. So
Scott
tell
just
your
needs to
friends, tell your mom.
editing skills and get some of my bitching out of these things.
I
Everybody's
leave it
gonna
in
think
because
I'm
it's
just
entertaining. It's entertaining. Here's the thing: everybody has an opinion about the movies. You don't have to agree with us. You don't have to disagree. Dave and I don't always agree on the movies. Everybody has different opinions. We like to just sit down, watch these things, and talk about it. And if you'd like to talk about it too, drop us a line. As an example, a few months back, we had somebody suggest a movie that turned out to be an incredible movie, The Beast. And we could use more of that because that's one we never heard of. And without listener input, we would have never watched it. So I do thank you. And please. So without further ado, we'll see you next week with something shitty from Dave.
I do.